I would say you guys better start reading your food labels. Tyson Foods is America's largest meat company. This month, cultivated meat received an FDA safety clearance. This is adding to the handful of companies that received the same clearance back in 2023. Tyson's CEO explained that this is not an either or scenario, but eventually the intention is to give the people options, stating that they're not abandoning their traditional meat supply, but they want to provide an alternative. But RFK pushed back on that, saying that this is the equivalent of ultra processed foods, and it would ultimately result in the same health problems that we're seeing with the current foods that we have available, meaning the ultra processed food that is rampant in our grocery stores. 7 Republican states, including Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Montana, Indiana, and Nebraska, have all banned this type of meat technology, and they directly cited MAHA principles. So that's a win. There's a twist to this because cultivated meat companies, along with some scientists, are pushing back on these bans. Texas's own bill has framed this as they are protecting the American people from being a quote science experiment. Scientists that support them are saying, no, this is a cleaner meat option. I'm not really sure how your meat option can be cleaner than what God gave us. So the bans are facing legal challenges now. Meanwhile, Congress introduced bipartisan legislation called the Fair Labels Act. It requires this type of meat technology to be labeled as quote cell cultivated. And so they're making it where they have to have these labels on it rather than banning it outright. And we already know that meat labeling can be tricky. Even right now, before we have this new technology, there's all sorts of labeling that the average person doesn't understand, even when it comes to produce. I'm curious to know how they're going to label this. Is it going to be a big red warning? Likely not. And this is backed by the Cattlemen's Beef Association. This really matters because it is creating a real divide in the conservative movement. You have MAHA and ranchers on one side who are saying, no, we're protecting the American people. We only want real meat on our shelves. On the other side, you have free market conservatives and some scientists who are saying you should let the American people choose. So Tyson is betting on a future where this new technology of theirs can sit on the shelf next to real meat. This isn't even a simple left versus right issue anymore. Again, it is a fracture that is happening within the conservative movement. It's really important to keep up with this. I'm going to keep you updated, but we definitely need to start paying attention to what's in our food, what these corporations are doing, the type of legislation that they're passing, because that's going to determine what ends up on our shelves in our grocery stores and on your plates at the dinner table. I go into greater detail on this topic over my Substack. You can click the link in my bio to join my community.